Hello, friends. This is Tony DeSant, space rocker of the planet Earth, back with another video. It's a Wednesday, middle of the week. It's gonna be a great day. Not too hot, not too cold, and sunny over here where I'm at. And it's a great day to talk to you about what we've been talking about every single day for the past few weeks. How to live a more carefree life. How to live a more carefree life, become an entrepreneur, and eventually becoming financially free, where you don't have to deal with a boss, you don't have to deal with a job, a job, journey of the broke, and you could call your own shots. But for that, you're gonna have to be doing some things, because you might start with a job, but you're eventually gonna have to have your own business if you want to become financially free. And the topic for today is gonna be, do your research. And you could write this down. I've been giving you all these tips, but you could write this down. This one is a very good one, because in order for you to know where you're gonna head, what kind of business you're gonna have, you're gonna have to do your research. Do your research. Write it down. And of course, that's easier said than done, because you're gonna have to do a lot of reading. You're gonna have to do, just take it from different angles and everything. And I'm gonna give you a few examples that I think about businesses. It all depends on what business you want to start. Let's say you have the ability to cut hair. Let's say this is just an example. I'm not saying you're a hairstylist or you're a barber or whatever, but the thing is that in anything that you want to do, you're gonna have to be the boss. And of course, you're gonna have to know about the thing you're doing. That's where the research comes in. Because let's say you went ahead and got your licenses, you went to the hairdresser school. These days, these schools cost a lot of money. You invest in all that money into getting educated to get your cosmetology license or whatever. Cosmetology, you see? Yeah. Where you could do whatever. I mean, these days they combine hair and nails sometimes, or hair, makeup. Some people just do hair because, just hair in itself is big business. I could tell you because I have friends that do that. I have family that do that as well. So hair these days is big business. But you're going to have to, usually you'll have to have a location. You have a location, You're going to see how many stalls you can get. And you set everything, all that up. You're going to have to find out how much all that costs. Your permits, the city, the state, what kind of setup you're going to have, what kind of business structure you're going to have. It's a whole bunch of stuff that it's not only having that license, because you can be the best cosmetologist, hairdresser, whatever you want to call it, barber, but that doesn't mean you can run a business. You're going to have to find a lot of things on how to run that business, whether it is marketing, taxes, like I said, permits, and a whole bunch of stuff that you're going to find on your way. But it's better to be prepared and do your research before you even step in. Because like I said, if you're a hairstylist, you might be working for somebody. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about being the owner of the place. Be your own boss. And along with that, open your business and have stalls. Stalls mean like stations. And have, like, say, hopefully you'll have 10 stations, something like that. And you have 9 people working for you, where they're going to be working on commission probably for themselves, but at the same time you take some of their earnings for the business. So in itself right there, you duplicated yourself 9 times. Because you have your own stall, you got 9 people working in there, and if those stalls maintain working, it's like 10 people working at the same time, but you only doing one stall. So you duplicated yourself 10 times. And that's how you make money. See? That's how you make money. Business. Because you did your research and you go in there head on. And I know nothing. Get this one. I know nothing about being a cosmetologist, but I know business. I can run the thing because I know how to run business. I don't even have to be a cosmetologist. I could just be the owner or partially owner or partnership or whatever, or main investor. But I would have to do my own research, because if I go in there blindly and I don't know anything about this cosmetology thing or this hairdresser or this barbers, or I don't know anything about that, then I shouldn't even step one foot in there, because I should be prepared. And that's what I'm talking about. Do your research. But eventually, if you want to be free, if you want to be financially free, you will have to have your own business. And eventually have multiple businesses, hopefully. Not only the cosmetology business, but maybe another business and another business and another business on top of that, on top of some real estate as well. But we'll talk about that later. For today, we're just talking about, do you research before you get into anything? Do you research and do it extensively? Months. It'll take you months. But you'll thank me for it, because you'll know what you're doing and you'll be successful. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is Tony DeSant, space rocker of the planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. Today, with the message of, do your research. Yes, sirree. I'll see you on my next video.